there's been a starting midfield in the bigger games. It's been Cal McGregor, Rio Hatate, and Benjamin Negrin. That is the first choice for Brendan Rodgers. But is that actually Celtic's best midfield? Is that free working for you, Fraser?
From what I've seen, no to both those questions. I don't think it is the best midfield three, and it just doesn't seem to be working in terms of as fluid as they were last season. I watched Hatate the other night, and I thought he was really sloppy, giving away cheap passes. Just lacking the quality that we know he definitely possesses. They just don't seem to be having that, and going forward, they just don't seem to have that ability to play the cutting pass. To cut teams open the way they've last season. How long does Arne Engels sit in the sidelines? That's why I want to know what's kind of going on there. Rodgers sees him every week in training, every day in training, and we know that Brendan Rodgers is not scared to leave somebody out to make a point. And is he making a point here with Arne Engels? You've got your record signing, an £11 million man. Fans up in arms that money wasn't spent this summer, and yet they got so 30 million last summer with 3 guys that aren't currently playing. I feel Arne Engels has to come in because I've seen enough that I think he will eventually become a good player for Celtic. Now, I don't know if he clashes in the same midfield three as Negrin. Is that the problem?
Well, he actually the Falkirk game, he played in that left side link up, the left 8. We had Hatate on the bench. He was excellent, but most of it was the corners, like brilliant corners that night against Falkirk. But he's a player of talent, and he's a better player when the game's moving quickly. Celtic are breaking long passes, balls round the corner, when everything's quite safe and passive. And to me, that was the big takeaway for the other night. McGregor actually did a really decent game, but I don't think he's protected enough in these European games. I think an option in away European games could be McGregor and Bernardo as 2 players sitting deeper, and Negrin just as a traditional 10, rather than these players playing in the half pockets. I think Negrin's much better when he's further up the pitch. He's not the best when he's back to goal, and it just doesn't quite work. But I think the point you made about Hatate is right. Celtic fans have got a real soft spot, and rightly so. But there's some of these games where he's destructive to what Celtic are trying to do. He gives the ball away, and it's easy passes as well. It's not always the really difficult, intricate passes.
Who's your 3 at home to Braga then?
I would go quickly. It would be McGregor, Engels, and Negrin, or Bernardo after I said. What would you go?
The same.
Yeah, they are.